Do it for you, bro.
So what?
Really?
Not possible.
Pathetic. I hate this video. Can you tell? I'm watching a video and it's a school teacher and his students, they called him skinny. And so he had to prove them wrong. No, I can put on a bunch of muscle. And you know what he ended up doing? He took steroids. Crazier than last time, bigger than last time, bro definitely watches Coach Greg regularly. The proof's in the pudding. And so Brownie, he watches me. The only thing, he watches, but he doesn't learn. And so we're going to watch this video, which disturbed me so much that I had to record this. And let's get right into it.
Oh, yeah. I got your message. So you guys think you should start working out?
Yeah. You know, I'm a grown man and some kids in high school, they body shame me. And so I better go to the gym and work out to prove them wrong. Do it for you, bro. You don't go work out to shut up some teenagers, some kids. Really?
Teacher Roy has his own secret reason.
There is something happening. I'm going to be a father.
You don't just start working out because you're having a kid. This is ridiculous. You work out for you.
Because Roy is not only a teacher, he is the most famous teacher in the Netherlands. He has hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
And there it is. There's the reason. Why do you think he's really doing this? It's for the views. It's for the fame. He's doing this transformation so that he's going to have millions of people watch him so that he becomes more famous. People like to yap and they give you the reasons that they know you want to hear. I'm going to be a dad. I need to be a good role model for my students. He wants to be famous. But this is the most famous school teacher in the Netherlands. He has 193,000 followers on Instagram. So what?
That is interesting.
Yep, I know what you mean.
He has a pretty big muscle imbalance right here.
He's holding his shoulder up. He doesn't have muscle imbalances. He's holding his shoulder up. Guys, are you really that gullible? Bro is a little skinny fat. He's got over 20% body fat. He doesn't have a lot of muscle. He's kind of your average bro.
On day one, he wasn't able to do a pull-up.
As high as you can? No. In 30 days, you're going to have your first pull.
Perfectly reasonable. I see no reason why he can't do this. I believe he could perhaps even get 2, maybe even 3.
And after teaching him how to do a proper push-up, he did 13 reps.
That's about average. It's not embarrassing. It's not pathetic. But for a guy who's somewhat athletic, he does play some tennis. It's not overly impressive. And add to that his 1 rep max on the bench press. It's 121 pounds.
He was able to bench 55 kilograms.
Yes.
And so he's 186 pounds, and I'm going to guess somewhere around 25% body fat. A little bit overweight, but not really all that bad. Pretty standard, if you will. Notice they didn't test his body fat percentage. There's no skin fold caliper, DEXA scan, nothing. And so we're just going to have to eyeball it, if you will.
Squat 90 kilograms.
And so he was able to squat about 3/4 of the way down, 198 pounds, and bench press 121. It couldn't do a full chin-up, and so in the strength department, perhaps about average, maybe even slightly below. 121-pound bench press when the guy weighs 186 pounds. It's not looking good.
And he can burn 20 calories in 16 seconds.
Okay. No, he can't. You're trying to tell me that a guy who can't even squat 200 pounds, can't even bench press a plate on each side, can burn off 20 calories in 16 seconds? In order to do that, he'd have to put out 1,250 watts for 16 seconds. That would put him on par with Coach Greg. I am a sprinter on a bike. I can bench and squat about 3 times more than this man. Yet you put him on a bike, something he never does, and he somehow is better than me. Does anyone believe this? Anyone? Does anyone believe that this machine is accurate?
His cardio is pretty good.
Oh, and his cardio is pretty good. Because he sprinted hard for 16 seconds, his cardiovascular endurance, it's amazing. There is no cardio in a 16-second sprint. What's next? You're going to put a guy and say, hey, we're going to test your strength. Run a marathon. What? Sprinting measures your anaerobic and anaerobic alactic power. And so what he tested was his anaerobic power. The opposite of aerobic. Aerobic is with oxygen, anaerobic is without oxygen.
We gave him a lot of new workout clothing and lots of protein.
And so they gave him a bunch of protein, and now we're going to see an amazing 90-day transformation. All he has to do is follow the macros and have some protein powder, and bro's going to get jacked and shredded in no time.
I think this was a bit too easy. You gotta challenge yourself.
This was too comfortable, right?
He was not challenging himself hard enough to make the most gains.
Bro just joined the gym. He doesn't need to go to level 4 like Mike Israetel. He just needs to go and put in the work. Even if he's just going half-ass, he's going to make some gains. When you first join the gym, you don't have to go to failure and beyond. But no, Brownie and his team, they have him training hard.
Wow. One more. That's it. This is what challenging yourself looks like.
One more. He pushes. He can't even get it. And so he's going to failure and beyond. He's been training for a couple of weeks. This is the opposite of how you should be training. But no, 2.whatever million people are going to watch this and think, that's how you got to do it. New Year's resolutions are starting. People are going to go to the gym. Oh my goodness, 90 days. I can't wait to make the same transformation as this.
Now I know how to train.
Ready again, guys.
Now knowing how to push himself, he was gaining strength and muscle fast.
Is bro on Turk Max? I saw no mention of him taking Turkestrone, and so I don't believe that's what he's taking. Steroid, SARMs, something, but no way is bro natural.
Day 15. How do you think it's going yourself?
I think there is some difference.
I do see some chest popping here. Whoa!
And so in 15 days, he's going to put on significant amounts of muscle and lose fat all at the same time. But I thought you had to bulk and cut. Bro is on a cut while building muscle and losing fat at the same time.
He is definitely gaining muscle, but he is up to something that could ruin everything together with Arjen, without telling me.
Yeah, I didn't tell him because I was scared to tell him.
And so what was he scared to tell him? That he hopped on HRT? That he hopped on steroids? Really think about this. In 30 days, his weight is up 3 kilograms. That's 6.6 pounds. And he didn't maintain his body fat. His body fat went down. Now, most people after a month would have lost 3 kilograms, and that would have been amazing. But no, he gains 3. 6.6 pounds. How is that possible? While being 100% natural.
Two things. I've got good news and I've got bad news.
The good news is I'm making immense progress. That I'm getting jacked, I'm gaining muscle, I'm losing body fat. The bad news is I'm not natural. Does he say that?
Want to hear the good news as well?
Oh, there's good news. There's good news.
He's on Turk Max and Geo2 Max. Has to be. Describe how. How is it, sir?
My gym for today. And of course I got these bad boys with me.
There is only one problem.
This is really hard.
There is no pull-up bar.
And so he goes on vacation and works out with a bunch of elastic bands. No big deal. And yet he still puts on 6.6 pounds while getting leaner at the same time.
But after 30 days, his results blew us away.
Okay. Damn. Yo, you're looking full.
But I also didn't see a lot of fat. Like, it's not that you gain fat as well.
When you go on a diet and you reduce your carbs, calories, your glycogen stores, they go down. Oftentimes, people refer that as they look flat. Bro looks full. Describe how his muscle glycogen stores have gotten up, they've gotten fuller. He's added muscle tissue, but at the same time, he's gotten significantly leaner.
And looking at the measurements,
119.
What? 104 centimeters. 5 centimeters increase.
And so his chest goes up 5 centimeters, there's 2 inches. He puts on 2 inches on his chest while shrinking his belly fat at the same time? Really? In 30 days?
he can now do multiple pull-ups.
Chin up suddenly at 4. 4 in 30 days, not 90. This is in 30 days.
Almost doubled his push-ups with better form.
24.
And doubled his push-ups with better form. And so he's gotten twice as good already in 30 days while traveling on vacation holidays for 10 of those days, training with elastic bands.
What? Look at me.
What? You've got better abs than I am.
Bro went from skinny fat to better abs than Brownie in 30 days. Is anyone not slightly suspicious? Why did he say, bro, are you taking Turk Max? are you in fact sponsored by Coach Greg? What is going on right now? He would have said, no, not even testosterone could make those kind of changes. Bro must be on steroids.
I want to share something with you guys because I'm losing my motivation.
Bro made more changes in a month than most people make in a year, but he's losing his motivation.
I think it might be because he has seen great results in just 30 days.
A weight loss diet, it's not temporary, it's for the rest of your life. A 90-day transformation, yeah, it's good for views, for clicks, to get popular, but are you not supposed to be a good role model for your students and for your child? Isn't that not what you said you were doing this for?
Gotcha, bitch!
Imagine saying that when your progress is literally 10x what is normal. He's making 10 times the changes, 10 times faster than most people, but it's still not good enough.
No worries, guys. Eat a serum.
He stayed dedicated, and he didn't cheat once.
No, thank you.
If you're struggling with your diet, one thing you can add, it's GLP Max. Are you aware of this? Dramatically reduce your appetite. You've heard of things like Ozempic or GLP-1. You've heard of these things. Well, imagine getting something in pill form that can dramatically reduce your hunger cravings. And so if you're struggling with your diet, you're hungrier than last time, consider taking GLP Max. Click the link in description. And don't forget, code Greg 15% off. And in case you're wondering, of course, there's a money back guarantee and a $20 gift card. It's effective. It works much cheaper than Ozempic. And so please order faster than last time.
Are you ready to show us your physique?
I think I am. I'm almost bigger than you guys. I feel stronger. When I walk into the classroom, I say, all right, guys, look how fit I am.
This is in 60 days. It's not in 6 years. It's not even in 6 months. It's in 60 days. How many people are going to watch this and get motivated? Oh, he inspired me to go work out. They're going to go for 90 days, realize they didn't get 10% of his results, and they're going to quit.
Look at this. Wow, you lost a decent amount of weight in terms of fat, but I think in total you gained weight.
He's cutting, yet he's bulking at the same time while being natural. Do you all believe that? I mean, let's put our thinking caps on. I mean, he goes in a cut, goes in, let's say, a 500 calorie deficit. You expect him to lose 1 pound of fat a week. But instead of that, he loses 4 pounds of fat and gains 10 pounds of muscle. Does that make sense? If he starts at, say, 186 pounds and ends at 186 pounds, he could have, for example, lost 4 pounds, but replaced it with 4 pounds of muscle. That would be mean gaining. But instead, no, he's up 6.6 pounds, well, let's call it losing 4 pounds of fat. And so in reality, he's putting on 10.4 pounds of muscle in 30 days. But when Coach Greg says he puts on 4 pounds of muscle in a month, oh, that's impossible. But yet this guy with average genetics, well, he puts on over 10.
5, 6, man. 7, let's go. Yes.
It's no big deal. He couldn't do 1 pull-up. Now he's doing 7 in 60 days. From none to 7. While getting stronger and bigger and leaner all at once, but I'm natural because I took in some protein. Guys, really?
I'm not gaining as much progress as in the 30 days. And that could be demotivating.
99.9% of people are not going to make these gains. Now, if they were on steroids, these results, yeah, I think that it would be realistic. With a heavy dose of anabolics, testosterone, and so on, I do believe this transformation would be somewhat normal, but not when you're natural. But even with performance-enhancing drugs, all good things come to an end. You can't always progress this fast. I mean, think of it. If you go from not being able to do a pull-up to doing 6 in 60 days, do you really think that in 12 months from now, you're going to be doing 50 pull-ups? It doesn't work like that.
He's getting to know his body a lot better. He still absolutely hates pull-ups.
I hate this exercise so much.
And so imagine hating something that you're getting so much better at. I hate pull-ups, yet every week you continue to get stronger. Most people love doing things that they're getting better at. But not this guy. I hate it even though I'm becoming so great at doing it.
I played some tennis yesterday and I lost. But also, my wrist, I don't know what happened, but something has happened, so...
Yeah, your wrist is sore, and when you're on performance-enhancing drugs, steroids, and so on, you get a lot stronger in your muscles than you do in your tendons and ligaments. And so it's very likely to get injured. And so when you are on steroids, please be careful. When you do things you're not used to, you lift heavier objects, implements, and so on, the muscles might be able to handle it, but the tendons and ligaments, they cannot.
The thing is, I'm a bit insecure about the results.
When people are easily swayed by peer pressure, and in this case, pressure from a bunch of kids calling him skinny, or they're intimidated by not making enough progress, what will the world say? And add to that the fact that he's famous, has hundreds of thousands of followers on social media. Do you not think the temptation to use performance-enhancing drugs are that much bigger? In comparison, if bro didn't have social media, he was just a regular ass teacher. Kids tease him, hey, you're skinny, and he just says, yeah, let's get back to work. Get back to studying. Do you think that person would be more or less likely to use steroids? And so based on the fact that he put on this much progress, the fact that he's this far intimidated by kids making fun of him, I do believe he's not natural.
He seems to be getting nervous for our reaction, but also for the reveal in his class.
He has body dysmorphia. He looks at his body, doesn't think it's good enough. Imagine having this guy's physique, and especially making this many changes in that quick a period of time, and not being over the moon satisfied with what you've done. Anyone, I challenge you, ask yourself, if you made this kind of improvements in 60 days, would you not be proud of your improvements? Would you still then be nervous to show it off? He was confident enough to show himself at the start, but now he's nervous to show the end results. Really?
You can definitely see the progress, man. Can I feel it?
Yeah. Are these
real?
Are these real?
No, but actually just standing next to him.
They're even bigger than yours, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
way bigger.
Bro was on a cut for 90 days. A cut. He got way bigger. Now, had he been in a bulk and gone up in body weight, that would have made sense. But remember, he got bigger muscles and lost body fat all at the same time.
The chest was 99 centimeters.
And today it is 107 centimeters.
In 90 days, that's actually crazy.
His chest went up 8 centimeters in 90 days. 8, while getting leaner. Now, let me try to explain to you how impressive that really is. A lot of your chest is body fat. Like even myself, I'm pretty lean, but you can see I can pinch some fat. And so when you get leaner, that skin fold, it gets thinner. And so if he had kept the same measurement and got leaner, that would mean he had gained a ton of muscle. How much? As much as the fat that he had lost. But on top of that, he gained 8 centimeters. That's over 3 inches. If somebody told me that they worked out for a year and they added 3 inches of muscle to their chest, I would be in disbelief. I would say probably steroids. He did it in 90 days, and they're trying to pretend it was from protein.
34.5.
The right one was 1 centimeter bigger.
I wonder why.
35.5 centimeters.
That is the kind of progress you'd expect in multiple years. And 1.5 inches on your arms while getting them leaner. Remember, you have to lose body fat. When you lose body fat, your arms get smaller. When I diet down for bodybuilding competitions, my arms don't get bigger. And let me tell you this, a secret. I was using steroids. And so while training for a professional bodybuilding competition, I'm on steroids and my arms are getting smaller. And why? Because I'm losing fat. My arms are getting bigger. Yes, I'm adding muscle, but the fat is getting smaller, and so I don't end up competing with 1.5 inch bigger arms. But yet he did, while being natural, with average genetics. Are you starting to understand?
So his waist got smaller, he lost a lot of fat, but the weight on the scale went up, which means he gained the weight back in muscle and way more.
Which means he was on steroids. Why not end it with that?
On day 1, your belly was 95 centimeters.
88.5 centimeters.
Whoa, wait, 95?
He lost 6.5 centimeters from his waist. That's almost 3 inches. Do I even need to explain this anymore?
This is a perfect body recomposition example.
Literally everything got up in terms of shoulders, size, chest.
No, it's a perfect I'm on steroids example.
Please let me have 10. 10, please.
10. I have never seen this much pull-up progress in 90 days.
And remember, he added weight. And what does that mean? He actually has to lift more weight. If he had lost 20 pounds, it would have been a lot easier. Think of it. His weight would be down 20 pounds, and so he'd be 20 pounds lighter, easier to get more reps. When I diet down for bodybuilding competitions, that's one event that I actually get better at. Why? Because I'm losing weight. Less weight to carry, you can do more pull-ups. He gains weight and does 10 pull-ups from a guy who couldn't even get 1. From 0 pull-ups to 10. Remember, this was slow progress. His words, not mine. And so if he were to keep up this pace, he would probably beat Brownie by next year.
Can you go down fast? Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yes, you're there.
And so Brownie in disbelief says, what? What just happened?
10 seconds. I have to say, this beats my record of 11.
And so this beats not only Brownie's record, but this is elite level power. For example, he at this point is already strong enough to go to the Olympics in cycling. This would embarrass me. And so that means he was burning off at a rate of 7,200 calories per hour. And if you do out the math, that's 2,000 watts. Now, if you're not a fan of cycling, you might not know what 2,000 watts is. But let's put it this way. This man could challenge Robert Forstmann in a bike race. Look at the size of his quads. Robert Forstmann, he powered the toaster, something that Coach Greg can do as well. I'm actually very good at 1 minute power. But does anyone think that this man could get on a bike and beat Coach Greg? Do you believe that? That he could challenge Robert Forstmann? Because if he could, bro should train for the Olympics. If he trained at this for perhaps another couple of months, he would likely set the Guinness World Record for the most power on a bicycle. Does anyone believe that he can do this? Oh, and he's natural. The mountain cannot put out this much power. The mountain is 400 pounds. Mountain bench press is well over 500, deadlifts over 1,000. But this man puts out 2,000 watts on a bike without training. I don't care how many steroids this guy takes. I don't care how long he trained for this sport. He couldn't put out 2,000 watts of power for 10 seconds. Not possible. And remember, that was to train his aerobic fitness, you know, how fast he can sprint for 10 seconds, which is anaerobic alactic energy, as in without oxygen. And so, Brownie, you need to watch more of Coach Greg's videos. You've started to watch them, you're reacting and so on. This is good. But this video, it ain't it. You need to challenge these guys. Are you actually natural? You could have made a comment. We're going to need Coach Greg to do a natty or not on you with this kind of transformation. At least suggest maybe it wasn't done while being natural.
This wasn't the most important thing to you.
No.
It was about health, be an example. But you worked so hard for this physique. You look insane. Let's look at the photo shoot.
Did he really work so hard for this physique? Bro trained for 90 days. 3 months. Every bodybuilder that I know trains harder than this for every single day, all the time, for years. Bro skipped some days, he went to the gym. Was it really all that hard? Anyone can do anything for 90 days. Oh my goodness. You went and jogged every day for 90 days. You did 100 squats a day for 90 days. You walked 5K a day for 90 days. So, what about for the rest of your life? Clearly, more sus than last time. And so if you're looking to make your own 90-day transformation, remember, it's for the rest of your life. Consider Turk Max, GO2 Max, and of course, GLP Max, all of which money-back guarantee and a $20 gift card. And of course, we have protein, but why not have a Kaiko bar in the mouth? Seiko bar, this is where it's at. It's Mike Israetel's, well, it's his second worst, but he did in fact love it.
Thank you, Greg.
Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you liked it. Watch one of those 2 bloops. And of course, don't forget about the cookbooks and the Circle Diet Book. Imagine going through a transformation without all my delicious recipes. And of course, if you have no money, pick up the free diet and training program. Remember, it's free. It's almost 50 pages. If you don't have money, get the plan. Giving away over 100,000 of these. And until next time, I am out.